Hey, attempt number 2, Monday Mindset, episode 31. What's the secret recipe? As soon as you're in, can you let me know if you've got sound? That would be helpful. Don't know what happened there. Might have been a problem with the headphones. Let me just wait. Alright, so as soon as you're in, I'll invite some friends in. Sorry about that. If you didn't have sound, technical hitch. It's all good. These things are sent to try you and to see how you come back and cope with it. Always come back fighting, of course. If you're on the ropes, it's all good. Nowhere else to go. All right, are we in? If you're in, please let me know you got some sound. So we just had a bit of a technical hitch. I'll attempt to do this video again. It's all good. So please share it, of course. All right. Hello, Lucy. Can you let me know if you got some sound? Because we just had a bit of a technical hitch. So I'm just going to invite a few people on and we'll get on to this. So what's the secret recipe? All right. How do we deal with it? What happens when you have technical hitches? How do you deal with that? Because the easiest thing for me to curse and blame something and oh, it's this, it's that. All right. So please let me know you got sound because I just had a sound problem. All right. All good, Donna. If we got sound, let me know. I'm gonna crack on anyway. If not, I'll have to come back in and type over the subtitles. Great class day, Donna. Thank you very much. So what's the secret recipe? So we have a recipe within ourselves when we're feeling up, down, or wherever we are. So I think I might have listened to this on audio for Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins years ago. And it's one of the things that stuck with me. And it's a great thing to remember. So we have this recipe and it affects us, and it can start within our body. It's good to be aware of it. It can start within your stomach, and it's going to be different for everybody. So and it's good to know when it happens when you're feeling down, and it's also definitely good to know what's the recipe when you're feeling yourself up, because then you can kind of it can work to recondition. Now if you've got things going on, then you can't just go and say, oh, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good, because then you become a little bit fake, and then all you're doing is suppressing the thing that you didn't really deal with. But what I'm getting is, just if it's like a day where you don't understand why you're feeling a bit down, find out where that starts. And I would say generally you just got to make a little routine change. I think Camilla, you were just on a minute ago, but you had a great advice in the live video I did with you. Was get up, make the bed. Keep things clean, tidy. These little steps, they're good recipes, but everyone is different, so I can't tell you what the recipe is. I can only say what mine is. But generally, if you start feeling down, maybe your shoulders drop, your knees drop, your head goes down, and then we start looking down, and that's the recipe for us feeling down. So how do we counteract? We need to know what lifts us up. Motion leads to emotion on every level, in every sense, whether good, bad, whatever. So if we got that high energy, maybe if you want to lift yourself up, if I'm going to go and do a talk somewhere, if I've been into school, somewhere's a little bit outside that my normal comfort zone, I'll maybe bounce up and down on the spot. Now, regardless of what's going on up in here, that energy, that physical emotion, it leads up my energy to my head, and I pick myself up. I can go in, I can deliver what I need to deliver, do what I need to do. So I know what that is, and over time I've been able to, quite almost. Sometimes I don't always have to do that, so I get that kind of little switch to switch in, and then I can chill back down again. So understand what happens if you're just having an off day and you don't know why that off day is. So this isn't going to work if you've got stuff going on, because you have to deal. You can't go into the garden and say there's no weeds in my garden, when there's weeds everywhere, because they're still there. So you need to pull those out and sort that thing out. So what I'm getting at is that. When it's more that feeling that you have inside. Find out what the recipe is for feeling down, but you need to know the recipe for coming back up, because the whole point of it is, now I know how to feel down. No, we don't want that. We want the recipe for feeling up. So you work the opposite of that. So every habit that we have, every bad habit,